Welcome to Twin Oracles. Thank you all for being here and for stopping by and checking us out on YouTube. We love you all so very much. Mwah. We are here for Taurus. We are here for you, Taurus, to do a reading for you. Although it says December, it is a timeless reading. That's always our intention. So whenever you find this video, even if it's a year or 2 years from now, have faith and trust in the timing that when you find this video, that's when it will most resonate with you. It is a general reading, okay, only for entertainment purposes. You never want to base your life choices and decisions on a reading such as this or on a psychic or anything of that sort. Always follow your heart first and foremost and put your intuition first. You know best. Because it is a general reading, we invite you to welcome and embrace the messages that do resonate, leave behind what does not. And if you hear us saying he, maybe it's a she we're talking about. If you hear us say you, maybe it's a they or a them or a he or a she that we're referring to. Okay, so please feel free to reverse the roles if and wherever need be, and it is a gender neutral reading. Okay, with all of this being said, we will take a moment to give thanks and we will hop on into your reading, but first we'll clear the energy. Take a deep breath in. Dear God, Source, Spirit, Universe, thank you for all of our blessings, big and small. We thank you for the food in our tummies, the clothing on our backs, the roofs over our heads, and especially the loved ones in our lives. Help us to be filled with gratitude. Help us to never take anyone or anything in our lives for granted. For all of this, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, our lovelies, today we will be working with any of the decks that you see out here. The beautiful thing is anything that you see here and many more is available to you for purchase on Chris Lee's website that is linked down below, okay? Chris Lee is the creator of all these wonderful decks, plus he has so many more decks that we don't have them all yet, but we will. And when you do visit Chris Lee's link down below, you will receive a 10% savings on anything you should desire on his website, okay? So let's hop on into your reading, Taurus, see what's going on with your energy. I think I will jump in with the Feline Tarot here in the center. And I will be using the Sanctus Concordia Tarot deck. So, Taurus, you do have some kind of you have decisions to make. There's a leveling out in your life. Perhaps new things are coming in for you, and this is requiring and requesting you to make some choices, make some decisions now that you have options. Now that things are moving forward for you. Okay, Taurus. Taurus. Yes, that's right, Taurus. Sorry, I meant Taurus. All right. Some of you could be dealing with an air sign. Doesn't have to be. What have we got going on with Taurus? All right. Yes, so for some of you, you are dealing with the Five of Cups energy. And this Five of Cups represents energies from the past, okay? To put it nicely. It can represent guilt. It can represent shame, holding on to these energies of guilt and shame from the past. You know, this could be from childhood memories, childhood experiences, or people from your childhood. It could definitely represent family or best friend or a neighbor, but that's the energy that is coming up here for you. For some of you, you could be working through these energies, okay? You could be working through these energies of the Five of Cups. You know, perhaps something has changed for you in your life. You could have left someone behind. You could have cut someone out of your life. You could have cut ties with people, places, situations, addictions, habits, thought patterns, belief systems. You could have cut your ties with any sort of energy such as that, okay? And you could be working through these emotions of, you know, depression, sadness, sorrow, regret, guilt, okay? So I do see that some of you are working through these energies. You're moving on from it. And, you know, you're a very sensitive person, Taurus. It's beautiful to see this. It feels like now you're kind of putting your emotions off to the side. Once you do this healing, you'll be putting your emotions off to the side from this point moving forward, and you're going to have a more logical process to your decision making, to your actions, to your habits. You're going to begin to not be so emotional or not base decisions based on emotions. Rather, you will be basing your decisions more on your mental capacity and more of a practical nature, more of a logical nature. Okay, so that's what I'm picking up for you here, Taurus. So for me, the first card out is the Tower card. It is a major arcana. This does speak of, you know, things that happen, and they happen for a reason beyond our control. It does feel like this could be some sort of energy within the home I'm picking up. I'm not 100% sure. This might not resonate with everyone, so take what resonates, leave the rest. But it does feel like there could have been some chaos, some torture, torment, or just things that were not in order within your home, okay? And this doesn't necessarily have to be within your home. This could be from your past. This could be your past childhood home, where you grew up, where you were brought up, in the paternal home or in the maternal home, however that resonates with you. It doesn't necessarily feel like this happened in your current home. It feels like it happened in a home that you lived in the past. Although for some of you, it could be turmoil within a current home. You know, the Tower represents a faulty foundation, something that is based on a ground that is not solid to begin with. I'm feeling as though something happened that led you, something happened, and because of whatever it was that happened, it forced you into leaving quickly. There was some sort of thing that I gotta go, I gotta get out of here, I gotta move, I gotta go, I gotta do, I gotta be. Something happened abruptly. Yes, that's the word. Or suddenly. Yes, something suddenly happened. It's very abrupt, unexpected. You didn't expect this to happen, and this could be challenging because this isn't something that you planned for. It's not something that you prepared for, and this is also something that you did not. You were kind of brought into this. Whatever this is for you, you were brought into this. So it was something that it was kind of against your wishes, against your will. Unexpected. Okay. And so because of that, that's where this crying over spilt milk comes in, right? There's this, I'm not sure if animosity is the word. For some of you it might be. But there's this, you're being challenged to release these emotions that are inside of you because of whatever this is. Whatever this is, whatever happened suddenly, whatever happened has taken you off your kilter, and that kind of creates some emotions of resentment or animosity or some anger or whatever is coming up. You're being asked to free yourself from these emotions, to free yourself from this entanglement, and to free yourself from the past, okay? This brings me to the next card. So you are moving on from this, you are moving forward from this, and as my twin had mentioned, with logic, with practicality. You have a very logical mind. You're seeing things clearer now. You're seeing things as they are. When you were in the midst of this situation, things were unclear, they were uncertain. There was a lot of emotions welling up within you. There was a lot of heavy emotions, deep emotions, but there were a lot of emotions here, okay? This is just something I'm not necessarily seeing in the cards, but I am picking this up in the energies of the cards. And so moving forward, you are granted this gift of clarity. You are granted this gift of, you know, a balance between between the mind and the heart, right? So you're finding the midpoint, the mid-ground. You're communicating what's dear to you, and you're for once putting yourself first, right? And the card that fell out, just so you're aware, is this Knight of Swords, which is the communication that my twin is referring to, and also that logical thinking, okay? This Knight of Swords represents the mind, the logical thinking of the mind, as opposed to this Five of Cups that represents emotions, okay? So moving forward with logic, others of you, there could be a move, okay? But you're moving full speed ahead with great force, with truth and fortitude. And it's moving from your heart space to your mind space when when we're talking about dealings with others, okay? But you're also, the nice thing is you haven't cut out the heart. You're switching to your mind space when you are thinking about others in this situation, whatever the case may be. However, you're being asked to switch to your heart space when it comes to you. Okay, so it's basically, we're still using the heart and the mind, it's just you're now using your heart, putting yourself first, and you're using the mind to perhaps put others on the back burner, or moving away from others that don't serve you, don't resonate with you, other people, other situations, other circumstances that you may have outgrown, okay? But I do want to say that you're not, it's all about balance. It's all about moderation. It's about using everything equally, right? Using, the cups, and using your mind and your heart and the ability to ground, taking action on things. It's to be moderate with all of these energies, not to use one over the other, but to use them all together in conjunction with each other. And I do see that this is what you are doing here. You are being asked to give to yourself what you gave to others. Again, I repeat, give to yourself what you gave to others already. There's something here about putting yourself first. There's something about, I'm seeing a lot of beginnings and endings all at the same time, right? You have the start line and the finish line is all the same spot, right? So this is where you're at. There's a cycle that is completing and a new cycle that is beginning, and you're being asked to clean up the residue. There's some, some dust that needs to go in the dustpan. Clean it up, is one of the messages that I'm hearing. And that's exactly what you're doing right now. So we are very, very, very happy for you. So Taurus, I am seeing as well that for some of you, you are or have been dealing with someone that's been wanting to keep you under their thumb, someone that's wanting to oppress you, something that's stuffy and old and stagnant, and this heavier energy. Perhaps in the past you were able to deal with or be present around this type of energy, but that's changed because you have changed, and now you just, no thank you. Like, it's not something that you can be around. Someone requiring for you to be under their command, under their control, placing you inside a rigid box, asking you to conform. It could be traditions. There's this old way of doing and being here that you're taking your power back from, Taurus, okay? And I can see that very clearly because the card here that you have, which is the second major arcana showing itself, is the Hierophant card. And the Hierophant is you, Taurus. This is you. This is you saying that you do not conform. This is you creating your own way, creating your own path, walking your own path, okay? Leaving behind the paths that do not resonate with you any longer, okay? You could also be a spiritual worker of some sort, some kind of spiritual guru or a teacher of some sort. Maybe you're a teacher in a school, or you have a spiritual gift that you would like to begin to teach others here, okay? And it feels like, once you go through this healing from this past, you will be moving forward in a new beginning, as my twin was mentioning, closing out old cycles, moving in a new path and a new beginning where you are at the center of your life and you base decisions for yourself. And not because it's in a selfish way or in an egotistical way, but sometimes perhaps you were giving too much to others, people pleasing in the past, right? There could be a move for some of you as well. There does have something to do with distance. Maybe you could be taking a trip somewhere, on a vacation, on a resort, all inclusive. You could be moving somewhere across the world. Maybe you're meeting someone that lives a distance away from you. Okay, perhaps you have a new career opportunity that requires for you to move or, pursue something distance-wise. I am seeing that with the World card and the Knight of Swords, that for some of you, you will be doing something when it comes to like social media, okay? So you might be doing something online per se in some way, shape, or form as well. Going back to the Hierophant, I do see, yes, I do see with the Hierophant that, and this is a side note, one or maybe some of you are a principal in a school, and you have new principles that you would like to integrate, or you're already integrating your own personal principles in the school as the school principal. No pun intended with all that. But that's just something that I did here. It is a side note. But you are forging and paving and pathing your own way. This is a new trajectory, a new timeline that you are going on. At the bottom of the deck, so we have the Tower, which is a major arcana. We have the Six of Swords, which is a minor. We also have the Hierophant, which is another major. And out of 4 cards, 3 out of 4 cards are major cards. So that so we have the Fool card at the bottom of the deck, which is a major arcana, and below the Fool we also have the Judgment, okay, which is again another major arcana. So you know, there are this is a pivotal moment in your life. There are new opportunities, new doors, new pathways, new portals being open to you. Some of you, you're already feeling this, and others, you are seeing it. And for others of you, you are anticipating the excitement of it.
Or the arrival of it.
Right. So you feel like something's here. You can't quite pinpoint it, or you can't quite touch it or feel it or put your hands on it, but you just know it's here, okay? Very, very exciting. Going back to the Fool here, we have the Fool at the bottom of the deck along with the World at the bottom of the deck.
So the bottom of my twins deck is the Fool, the bottom of my deck is the World.
And so this goes back to that finish line, okay? So you're starting a new journey, but you're also closing out an old cycle. And it's all simultaneously. It's not like, you know, it's not in sequence order where first you have to finish this before you can start that.
Although you do have to make room and space for new beginnings. So at times you do have to close out cycles with your intention. Even physically at times, you know, removing things, making room, making space for new beginnings to come in.
Right. So this is it's preparing for this, but it feels as though you're already in preparation. You're already doing this. This is already happening. It feels like this is automatic. It's, you know, of course, there's always room for improvement. As my twin is saying, there's room for improvement. There's room for growth. There's room for creating new space in your life, new opportunities, new people, new things, new blessings. But it does feel like you're in the midst of a new cycle. Okay, so the old is closing out, the new is coming in, and how appropriate. This is the last month of the year. We only have about 3 more weeks left, a little over 3 weeks till the end of the year. So this is very appropriate. This is just right for you. And one more thing I want to do here is pull a card from
God's Word. And this is from Dayspring. And you can purchase it on Amazon.
And this is to close out.
And to close out the reading, it says, "For the Lord giveth wisdom. Out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding." So it's one thing to hear words, but it's another thing to take those words and to make the connection that bring enlightenment to what those words mean. Okay, so wisdom is, you know, the idea of what it is, and knowledge and understanding is what creates wisdom. Wisdom, or knowledge and understanding, comes from wisdom, okay? But if you don't have wisdom, then the knowledge cannot be understood. Right? So this is making that connection. When you hear wisdom, when you hear wise words, it's to make that connection, to take the knowledge from it and to understand what the message is. So for some of you, you might want to read Proverbs chapter 2, verse 6.
Okay? And that also goes back to the mind, right? Using the mind. So using your thoughts, using your mind, and then communicating with others before, you know, giving, and people pleasing.
And for
some for yourself.
For some of you as well, I'm feeling that you will be receiving downloads. You will be receiving messages from God, Source, Spirit, and you will be led. Some of you will become or are channelers. If you are a channeler, comment down below, let us know. It's a beautiful feeling.
And some of you, if you've always wanted to be a channeler, say, I'm here.
Right, so this is receiving communication from God. The prayer on the other side of the card says, "Dear God, we are grateful for the help that you are so ready and willing to give us, helping us to be willing and ready to help others. So, wisdom is not just knowing and understanding the translation that you are receiving of the wisdom, but it is also being wise enough to know to share wisdom with others and to share help, to help others as well. But for some of you, you will be some kind of teacher here helping others. So Taurus, this is your reading. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed delivering this reading here for you. Comment down below. Let us know how this reading resonated. And we do appreciate all of you for subscribing to Twin Oracles. Be sure to hit that notification bell and click on all. That way you're advised of all of our upcoming uploads and you do not miss our readings. And as always, we love you dearly. No, the other hand. There. As always, we love you dearly. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Happy holidays to you. If you are celebrating any kind of holiday, we love you so much.